Well, sorry for the mask intersection there, but we have advised that many, many times. So today we've got a very interesting gospel. I have much more to tell you, and this is the part that I was reflecting on, but you cannot bear it now. It's interesting that Jesus did not use the word you cannot understand it now, but you cannot bear it. As if truth was, or what he has to tell us, is something to be carried. As if it was something heavy to be carried. And in a way, in his choice of words, obviously he is saying this. But then he continues saying, but when he comes, the Spirit of truth, he will guide you. It's interesting, it's a journey. He will guide you to all truth. So I think there is something that all of us carry in our hearts, which is a desire to get to know truth, which is a desire of God. But as we know this, I think we have to be aware that the fact that truth has kind of like a gravitas, it has like a weight, it has like an implication. I don't know if you've ever watched the movie The Matrix, but there's a very famous phrase there that it says, ignorance is bliss. You know? And not knowing, in a way, frees you from responsibility. Not knowing is, oh, I didn't know, this or that. And therefore, you didn't know. Maybe without responsibility. You were innocent of not knowing, and therefore you're totally free. But once you know, you know. And there is consequence to knowledge. There is responsibility to knowledge. There is a bearing of knowledge. Obviously there's a lot of other beautiful things with it. Knowledge is so beautiful. And every time you guys, we're here in the center of learning. And you guys love to learn. And there's just a beauty with it. But there's also a responsibility. The second part I think is so interesting. It is the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of truth, the Spirit of love, who's going to show us these things, who's going to guide us towards truth, who's going to walk with us to be able to make us capable of bearing the truth, to be able to make us capable of carrying this truth. In that sense, I think, as we celebrate this Mass and as we get closer to Pentecost, how good it is for us to ask for this wisdom, this way of learning with the Holy Spirit. I would call it like the intelligence of love, because the Holy Spirit is love, and learning to read reality with love, learning to understand it with that love, is something that takes time, and the Holy Spirit is here to help us to be able to learn that intelligence of love.